Guys, I've decided that I'm going to start doing some part-time bicycle messenger work. More so than just being a bicycle messenger, I'm going to be a Brompton bicycle messenger. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh man, I've been riding around this whole city trying to familiarize myself with the streets. Guys, this whole COVID thing has affected everybody in the country and all over the world. Some people COVID hasn't affected at all. Other people, it's kind of hurt them a little bit financially, but they're still able to get by. Other people have lost everything, lost their jobs, lost their homes, lost their cars. And then some people have actually died, which is the worst case scenario. I'm kind of in that second category. COVID has kind of hurt me financially a little bit, but I'm still able to get by. It hasn't not affected me at all. It's affected me a little bit. It's definitely hurt me financially in the sense that I don't work as many days as I used to. And from the foreseeable future, I don't think I'll be working very many days at all. It'll be just 3 days a week, which in all honesty, that's not a lot. I'm still able to make a whole full-time paycheck out of those 3 days. I usually get about 43 hours within those 3 days. Guys, I've decided I'm going to start being a bicycle messenger. Not full-time, part-time of course. I still have my full-time job, but I'm going to start doing it because it's something I've always wanted to do. The COVID thing is, it pretty much took away a lot of my disposable income with my job, my first job. And I should count myself lucky because I do have a job, but unfortunately, it just doesn't give me a lot of disposable income that I can use. See, there's one right there. He has the backpack that I need to get. Ultimately, guys, this is going to be kind of a new thing for me because I've always been a technician all my life. I've done electrical technician, I'm a hydrogen fuel cell technician right now. I've done mechanical technician, automotive technician. I've done a lot of technical work, you know what I'm saying? I've never ever worked in a restaurant. I've never ever delivered food or anything like that. So this is going to be quite unusual for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try. Because the way I look at it is I'm riding around this whole city all the time, riding around this city every single day. And I'm on one side of this city to the other, back, forth, north, south, east, and west. And the way I figure it is, why not make some extra money while riding my bicycle, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I could ever be a bicycle courier full-time, partially because it pays peanuts, and I need to be paid a lot more than that in order to survive. The 3 apps that I signed up for, the 3 that would let me do delivery on bicycles, was Postmates, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. 2 of those are primarily food delivery apps, and that is why I need a good way to carry food on my Brompton. Look, everybody would say that the tea bag is more than good enough for carrying stuff. I carry food in my tea bag all the time, but I don't care when I get home that my food is a little jostled around, you know what I'm saying? a customer might care. You know, they might care if their burger is all flying apart, or they might care if all their food is all mixed up or whatever. And I don't want unhappy customers. The best place to haul food is on your back, because your legs will act as a suspension system. So when you hit a bump, you can kind of counteract that bump with your legs, which will keep the food from getting jostled around. The problem is that most backpacks are not designed to carry food. So I have to get one of these that I saw online, made by Pack Ear. And these types of backpacks are designed, they're thermal backpacks for one, and they're designed to carry food. They're designed to carry beverages. And I need to get one of those before I could even start doing this. The reason being is because we're coming into winter time right now, and when I put food on my backpack and it's 20 degrees outside, you got to have a way to keep that food warm. You know, you want it to still be warm when it reaches the customer. So a thermal backpack or a thermal beverage and food delivery bag is something I'm going to need. I personally think it might be a lucrative thing to do. You know, I might make a lot of extra side money, which is what I'm hoping. I'm thinking I can, because here, let me show you something. You see the Capitol Hill neighborhood right here? That's where I live, right in the center of this red blot, which is not too far up that way in downtown Denver. Okay? So when you get out of these big buildings, just a little bit up, a couple blocks up out of the big buildings up here, that's where I live. So basically I live in the heart of the busiest delivery area. So this is kind of cool, right? I could deliver, right? And let's say I hit a lull. Let's say it just gets very slow. I can just go home and hang out for a while, still stay online, and just hang out until I get a delivery, and then go out and do a delivery, you know? Where I live is centrally located, so I think I'll be able to make a pretty decent amount of money between all three apps, which is what I'm hoping for. I can get by without the money, but I would like to have a lot of extra money to give the family, a lot of extra money to go do some of the things I want to go do. Plus, the cool thing about bicycle delivery is, as a second job, it is really, really flexible. So if I do get called into my main job, which happens, or if they do an emergency schedule change, or if somebody takes a vacation, or if somebody takes off sick and I get called in, then, you know, I can just go into work. I don't have to call into my second job. That's what's really bad about having a second job, is that, you know, several things are bad about it. The main thing that's bad about it is having to be stuck in one building all day, like I am at my first job. Being able to ride around town and see different places, that's a much better job in my opinion. If it paid what my first job pays, I would do that full time, because I would love to do that more than I would like to do my first job. But regardless of anything, if I'm going to do a second job, I want to be able to do something that is flexible, that is freeing, that doesn't keep me confined in a building all day long. On top of that, guys, it is flexible. So if I decide one weekend, or if I decide I don't want to work today, you know, as a bicycle messenger, I don't have to. I don't have to call in. I don't have to get in trouble because I didn't come to work. You know, I can just say, hey, I'm not going to do it today, and that's the end of it, you know? So I can take off whenever I want. When you're working a stationary second job, you don't have that freedom and flexibility. If I get called in, I got to call into the second job because I got called into my first job. It just makes it a pain in the butt, and that's what I don't think a lot of people understand when it comes to juggling two jobs. That's why I think bicycle messengering will be a definite better fit for me. Like I said, I could use the extra money, and on top of that, I'm out doing something I love doing anyway, so it's a win-win situation for me. Ooh, okay guys, I made it back home. I got to get online now and start looking at different products, different gear that I'm going to need to be a bicycle messenger. I am not going to be able to use my tea bag. The tea bag also catches too much wind, and I want to zip through the city streets, so I'm not going to be taking my tea bag with me when I'm out bicycle messengering. Plus, it's one more thing I have to detach from my bicycle, especially if you're going to try to fold it up, which I don't think I want to fold my bike up 10 or 20 times a day, so I'm more than likely going to leave it unfolded. I relish the thought of having to leave it locked up outside. That is a big rule of mine. It will probably be okay if I ran inside for a few minutes and ran back outside, but I really don't want to have to do that. So I got to figure out something on that. But I'm going to need some gear. Obviously, the backpack is definitely going to be needed. I talked about that earlier, but I'm also going to need some sort of phone holder, something to carry my phone in, you know, because you're going to be pulling this out 10 or 20 times a day. This is going to have all your dispatching information. It's going to have your Google Maps. That way you can find your way to the, you know, location you're going to drop off your delivery. These are a vital piece of being a bicycle messenger. And I don't know if I want to get something to attach to my handlebars. This is just too big of a phone to attach to the handlebars. I might look at some sort of case for my phone. That way I can attach it to myself, or I could pull it off really easy and check it. I don't know. I'm going to get online and search around and see what they have. So I got a bunch of stuff to look up online, and I need to get to it. That way I can see what they have and what they don't have and what I'm going to need, and get an idea how much I'm going to have to spend up front in order to get this going. I'm going to try to keep it minimalistic in the beginning until I see if this is something I'm going to want to do. I'm not sure, but hopefully everything will work out and it'll be a good little lucrative side income. But anyway, I'm going to get to it. So if you guys have any comments or questions, leave it down in the comment and questions section. Slap a like on the video if you like it. And if you guys have any suggestions for bicycle messengering gear, leave that down in the comment section below too. I'll be glad to look at that because I need all the help I can get at this point. So with that being said, guys, I am going to get online and start searching, and I will talk with you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.